Frae Killinchy's whinny nose, where yon can spy Strangford's waves bursting brichtly with the tide, a maker works in leathern for bodies, dugs and negs, sonsy wares, belts, saddles, bits, bridles, spurs and begs. In canny hands, the leather shapes and turns to such object as the customer heart might yearn. Bespoke creations considered, and repairs forby, to keep all kitted out in good leathern panoply.
So this is a wee cart saddle for a donkey or a small pony. It's actually going to go on a donkey because he has a nice wee cart to pull. But the problem with it is all the leather tacks and binding has pretty much corroded. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off and recover the straw pads. And once we've treated the wood and got the wood done, we're going to redo the girth so it's safe and sound to be used, because it's just starting to look a bit old and a bit abused. So that's the plan. Whether or not it's as simple as that, nobody knows.
Venture into the world of a skilled saddler, whose workshop in the heart of Killinchy keeps alive the craftsmanship and heritage of finely crafted horse tack.
It's a very tactile craft, and everything you feel in your fingers, in your hands. You can feel it in your wrist when you're pushing the knife. You know, you can feel the resistance all the way through your arm and the turn of your body and the twist of your hand. It becomes second nature to you. So this is a wee edge stain, because you don't necessarily want a lot of moisture getting in at the edges. And then my good old friend the bone comes out. Prehistoric. I think it's a cow rib, and this is just to help polish the edges down, keep it nice and smooth. The thing is, there could be anything on the bench. It could be a restoration of some saddlery. It could be somebody wants a satchel made. It could be someone has had a litter of pups and they all want a wee puppy collar with their name on it so they can go to their new owner. It's very much anybody's guess what I'm working on, and no matter what's on the bench, you just glide into it and you know exactly how you work, you know where your tools are, you know you've got the dog sleeping at your feet, and it just works. This is Bagel, by the way. And then you've got Fly and Tip. She is an absolute buck Egypt. And she'd just do that all day, entertain herself. Whoosh. Now, are you finished? Yes. Come on then, everybody in. Come on, you've all said hello. Let's get there, come on. I know. Very well trained. As a child, my dream and ambition was to be the first woman to win the Grand National. But sadly, I was, too tall. It wasn't really ever going to happen for me. But always in my mind, I was like, I want to work with horses. I want to work with horses. But a lot of people, who have those dreams are told by schools, by parents, by family, by friends, there is no career for that. Come on. So this is Sharp, who has fairies in his ears. And then behind is Sprite, and he is my little man. So started off grooming for horses, freelancing, and a guy I was working for, a friend of his, brought him this box of sheepskins. And he said, do you think you could maybe make a seat saver out of this? And I went, well, yeah, I could maybe do that. So I just sort of got this sort of little worm in my ear that was like, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it. And it worked, and I suddenly sort of went, do you know, I could be a saddler. And then I went and did it. Yeah. You've got to know the physiology of the animal you're working with. Is that right? And you've got to know what a happy horse looks like, because they're very individual personalities, and they do make you laugh. But you're just happy being fat and retired. Wouldn't we all? I think saddlery has been a real sort of philosophy journey for me, because there's so many things that you learn from the craft that affects your life, your relationships with other people, you know, how you view yourself as well. So I feel like saddlery has given me a chance to be my very authentic self. It's given me permission to be who I want to be. Whenever you're sewing something and the all's going in buttery soft and the thread's just running through, and you're just, it's sort of like somebody singing a song, you know, it comes from somewhere inside you, and it's poetry in motion, I don't know. Well, Anne.
Oh, hello, Lucy. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Good to see you. All well?
One wee pad.
This is not the same pad, is it?
Promise you. Like, that wee bit of leather over the front.
That is amazing.
Your 4 wee hearts.
Super. I also know that the padding underneath, it was quite badly torn.
Yes.
As well.
We've totally replaced it out. So there's not going to be anything that'll give a rub or a dent, but as always, you make sure to keep your eye on it to see if you start seeing any wear and tear. But hopefully that'll get you squared up and ready to go. Yeah.
It's unrecognisable. What a change.
I'm pleased with
What
it.
a
Yeah, I
change.
shocked myself with that one.
Well, will we try it out? Will we fit it on the donkey?
Sounds good, sounds good. I was a bit worried when I first saw the damage and wear and tear that had been done to it, and I think any saddler has a wee moment of, oh flip, you know, what have I taken on here? But I think it came together really nicely, and when you see the before and the after photos, it really gives you that sense of what you've achieved and accomplished.
I'm part of the Donkey Breed Society, and our job is to promote the welfare of our donkeys. Donkeys and horses made our island where we are today and the landscape that we live in. They toiled the fields, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be in the situation that we are in today. So it's lovely now, in the century that we live in, that we can actually walk in the footsteps of our late forefathers and work the ground. Without Lucy and so many other craftspeople, we wouldn't be able to carry out our roles with our animals.
You know, they don't want a factory-made thing where there's no story to it or there's no history. And you know, is there any better thing to see the thing that you've brought back to life, being put in a wee donkey and just, you know, happy as Larry down the lane, taking in the sights and the sounds. You know, if you do ever make things and you see the love that people have for the thing that you'd made, you'd get it.